Okay, so we are back with Tony from the Archaeological Department in the country of Belize, and I have to tell you, I'm completely blown away. I exist and still am blown away, and I'm absolutely honored to be sitting here with you.
Thank you.
And I am like ecstatically just touched that you are so incredibly real. You are definitely the person that should be involved in this. There's no doubt that these spirits have picked the right people to be involved, and I love that. So you were telling us about the actual dig and the exploration of the site downtown in San Ignacio, right on Burns Avenue, like you said, on our main drag. And I have to ask you, is this going to be like named a site, or is this something they're going to further explore, or what are you doing now?
Well,
What now? Tell me.
it's the opinion of a lot of people who pass by. We get a lot of spectators, and everyone is saying that we should just close down the entire avenue and just rip everything up, including a lot of buildings on either side. But unfortunately, it's like what Dr. Alway always says, there are a lot more house mounds in Belize than there are actual houses. If we were to preserve every house mound or every little thing that we find, there'd be no room for people to live in Belize. So unfortunately, progress is progress. What we can do is to salvage what we find the best way we know how in an efficient and timely manner to allow what's going on to continue. Of course, it is hoped that there's going to be some kind of marker. There's going to be some kind of sign for people to know that something was found here. I mean, personally, for me,
Tell me personally.
I would love if they just closed off Burns Avenue and left it open only to pedestrians. Cobblestones, a couple of steelers erected to, you know, just to show that something happened, something momentous. Give it, it's 2012, it's something that is special. Maybe make a painting or a sign to show what we found, a map of the trench that we found, so people can see. Or even if we had the money and resources, you make a piece of it out of fiberglass that's see-through, and you can make copies of what we found and just leave them in there for people to see exactly where we found what we found. That may not be a reality.
Oh, but that would be lovely.
That would be very lovely.
Oh, that would be lovely. I like that.
Maybe in 20, 30 years, we can come back and rip it all up again. We don't know. But for now, it is hoped that something can be done to show that something was found. So right now, what we're doing is just trying to work as fast as we can, and so that's why the work has gone on as quickly as it did. Normally, in any kind of excavation, things tend to go kind of slow on a level by level, unit by unit basis. Here, we worked along with the men who were doing the digging. We go in, we dig, we take our depth measurements, we take pictures, and then we take out whatever is in there. And then we ask them to dig a bit deeper until we stop finding any cultural material. And then they continue going further south down Burns Avenue, digging and digging and digging. Um, then they eventually closed it back up, and right now they are reopening a lot of the sections to create the manholes that they want to put in. And in some of the areas that we had dug previously, they're knocking down a bit more of earth that is there, and we still keep on finding some pretty neat stuff. It just seems never ending. I mean, it would be ideal to just rip all of it down and just declare the entire area, or the entire town would have to be declared a national monument. But then where would the people from San Ignacio go to live?
That's true.
I mean, Sakatsan is crowded as it is, so we all just can't crowd and go live there.
But I find it fascinating that here in Belize, we actually are living really, truly amongst the ancients. And there's proof positive. Here we are, going to pizza or going down Burns Avenue and hanging out and visiting. And right under us is this whole other life and this whole other, town where people lived right there. It just fascinates me that to live here and be part of one history. This is history in the making.
Yes,
of
it
course.
is.
And but we constantly are part of this history in the making here. this is just exciting though, to find this right in San Ignacio, right in downtown.
We keep on uncovering things like this a lot, actually. It's not as isolated as it seems. It's just exciting now because it's smack in the middle of town. I mean, normally when people are digging foundations out in the hills, out in the villages, sometimes they come across things. We're called in to salvage what we can, to go and document. And then they go on and continue with progress. But I mean, like in the classic period, for example, it is estimated that about 1 million people lived in what is now Belize, compared to what is it, 300,000.
1,000 people now, yeah.
I mean, Caracol alone had about 50,000 people. That's more than San Ignacio. So I mean, and we have hundreds of sites all over Belize, some that have not even been excavated or touched or even uncovered as yet. So if you try to picture how it must have been in the classic period to have 1 million people living here, you can pretty much dig in a square mile anywhere in this country and you will uncover some kind of evidence that someone was there at some point.
And there's the proof positive of what I tell people when they ask why San Ignacio, why Belize, why the Cayo district, and I don't, it's because the energy, it feels so good here to me. So there's my proof in the pudding. I have shown a lot of properties and gone to list properties and, you know, reached down and literally there's pieces of pottery and shards like that. So that doesn't surprise me, but to be honest, it freaks me out that right downtown San Ignacio has artifacts, and I don't know why. It's just amazing to me. So it's nice that actually, frankly, that even though they were doing modern improvements and digging the road and all that, that someone made that call and everything stopped.
Yes.
So that is complete honor and respect to me of, you know, all respect of what's there. So impressive.
What's truly amazed me about this, apart from what we found, is that it seems to have been an event that brought the townspeople together. Because we're down there, myself, some of the kids from Guild were there digging, helping out, and we had random people stopping to help haul buckets or screen dirt, or if you need your measuring tape, because we had a lot of people out there willing to help and stay up until sometimes 8 p.m. just working along with us to cheer us on, and to let us know that what we're doing is very, very important for us as a community. So for me, this not only has importance in terms of my passion, but it revitalized a kind of community spirit that I thought was long gone, especially in this modern age. And for it to happen in 2012, if this really is the year that we're all going to meet our demise, then I think it's a wonderful way to go for us all to be as one again.
Makich is the Mayan saying for that we are one. You are me and I am another you. So it makes sense. We're gonna take a break here, and then I have to ask you when we come back a question about this 2012. And so hold on to that for a second, and we'll come back and find out more of your brain. So like I said, we're gonna take a short break for a moment, and you can call in if you'd like, but I think I'm gonna keep him captive. I have more questions than I think anybody else can squeeze in at this moment. But you can contact us at ORN Live. This is your host, Macarena Rose.